Okay, guys. Hi, hello. It is Monday, so we are back at it for week 2 of the Spookopoly Stephen King Clue Readathon week, month, however you want to look at that. And I have started Savage Legion. This was a 5-star prediction for me. So far, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So this is for There's Nothing I Do Better Than Revenge. So I had to pick 2 books. I did think I was going to be able to add Empire of Exiles. There's actually not a revenge plot in that. It is a murder mystery. So I can't use that one, but I'm loving this. Really enjoying the writing, really enjoying the pacing. The POVs that we are getting in this are quite, I don't want to say fun to follow, because our main character has been enlisted into the Savage Legion and is going to the front lines of battle and is expected to die. So I don't know that I would call it fun, but it is that grim darkiness that I do love. And really great writing, really great pacing, like I said. I can see this being a 5-star. Another book that I've had on my TBR and has been on my TBR card for a little while that I have feeling could possibly be a 5-star is The Wolf by Leo Carew. And I was told this has a very strong revenge subplot. So we're going with that. Like, it's not the main focus of the story, but it takes up a good chunk of it. So I'm going with The Wolf by Leo Carew. And if I read this one, I don't think that it's part of a trilogy, so I can fit that into my King readathon that way. But there's a good chance that I might use the rest of the year to finish out this series if I really like it. So I'll be reading this one. Then November, I'll read The Spider. And then December, I will read The Cuckoo, I believe. I've put my books away. So some of the books that I knew where they were, I don't know where they are anymore because I've put them away because I redid my TBR cart, got a lot of the books off of my floor. Anyway, I believe it's The Cuckoo. But this will be the second book that I pick up for this readathon week. And yeah, like I said, 100 pages into this, really enjoying it. I will check in with you guys later when I get a little further in it, or if I finish it. It is 495 pages, so almost 500 pages. I might be able to finish this today, might not. If not, I will check in with you later today and let you know how I'm feeling about it. But yeah, so far I'm getting that 5-star energy from it. I'm really enjoying the vibes and everything like that. Hello, everybody. Let's ignore the fact that I have taco sauce on my shirt because I don't want to go change just yet. I am about 150 pages into The Wolf by Leo Carew. And guys, so I picked this up because Leanne from Leanne's Library, she recommended this. Now, one thing that me and Leanne agree on, especially if you guys have watched my 15 booktubers that I watch all the time, you'll know one thing we have in common is writing style. Writing style is very important to us. And so when I picked this up, I knew I was going to get the writing style that I crave. And when I say I crave this type of writing style, I'm talking Anthony Ryan. I'm talking Giles Christian. I'm talking R.J. Barker. The writing styles of all of these authors are fairly similar. They're not exactly accessible reads. I don't like utilitarian style writing. And so I'm always on the lookout for a little bit elevated writing style, a little bit more, I'd want to say, dense writing style, something that feels elegant. And the writing style in this, I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm so glad that I own the whole trilogy. We are 150 pages in, like I said, and so I feel like I'm settling into this. I don't feel like we've quite gotten anywhere yet. Things have happened, a lot of action, there's a lot of intrigue, but I don't feel like we've quite settled into the meat of this book just yet. But I'm enjoying absolutely everything about it. It kind of has like a Game of Thrones, Norse vibe, and I'm really digging that. And I love the atmosphere as well. We're getting a lot of atmospheric clues to this world, and I love the descriptions. They are very intentional. There's not a whole lot of verbose writing going on in here. And I'm sorry if this keeps happening. My contact for some reason is being a little shifty in my eye. So anyway, I did not give a synopsis of this whenever I talked about it because there's not much to go on this. And it says, war, rivalry, and honor in a world where the fiercest enemies are always closer than they seem. Beyond the Black River, among the forests and mountains of the north, lives an ancient race of people. Their lives are measured in centuries, not decades. They revel in wilderness and resilience, and they scorn wealth and comfort. By contrast, those in the south live in the moment. Their lives are more fleeting. They crave wealth and power. Their ambition is limitless, and their cunning unmatched. And we are watching these two peoples go to war, which is pretty much what it is. And I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, I'm really excited that I have the rest of the series. So for the sake of this current vlog that we're on, Savage Legion, these two series I plan to continue. I will probably use the rest of the year to finish out these two series because I feel like if they're not going to be favorites, they're going to still be series that I really, really enjoy. And it's been difficult for me to find series I'm absolutely in love with. And I will probably do a video of series that I want to tackle through the end of the year. There are a lot that I wanted to start, and I even have my NFN kind of pile of shame books that I want to get back to. And I want to start those series that I said that I was going to start. I have a duology by Stephen Arion that I'd really like to start and finish. And so we'll probably do like an end of the year MBR. But there are going to be some series that I said I wanted to start this year that I'm probably not going to get around to. Mainly because this year I did a couple of things. One being the Ultimate Unhaul project. I was trying to get the books off of my floor, which I have been quite successful in. However, there are still some. I have been on a hunt for a new thing that I'm finding I love, which is romantasy that actually has a good romance plot and a good fantasy plot. I will be making a video about that. I know there's a few of you who are really looking forward to that video when it comes out. And then I also have been trying to tackle 2023 releases. So I've tried to balance that all as well as I can, which does mean that these two, while they are series that I wanted to start, are the exception, not the rule so far this year. And there are a lot that I really want to get to. And I'm hoping that the board will let me draw Promise of Blood or Time of Dread, other things that I've really been looking forward to. The dog has just run into the room, so. I also have Godblind by Anna Stevens, That is on my current TBR stack that I'm trying to pull from. But there's so many series that I really just wanted to get around to that I have not yet done so with. There's a lot of series that I started due to the romantasy journey that I found myself wanting to pursue. But as it stands right now, these two will probably be series that I finish the year out with. And like I said, there will probably be some more. I know I'm on the second book of the Halfling Saga. I'm on the second book of War for the Rose Throne, things like that. So I'll probably be focusing on finishing up some stuff for the end of the year, and I might start some new stuff, but you know, Davabad is still up in the air. I need to read the second book in that one. But this is making me very happy. This is making me happy to be reading fantasy again, because really enjoyed this one. Had some like pacing issues and stuff like that, but really enjoyed it. I'm loving this writing style so much that I feel like Leo Carew can probably join my favorites, at least my favorite authors, if not like my favorite book series, because I love the way that he writes. So this has been very successful. And if this is the only two that I read this week, I'll actually be really happy, just because they've been so good, so good. And yeah, I guess that is my wrap up for now. But I will see you guys when I get further into The Wolf. Alright guys, hello. So I was editing my video and totally realized I didn't talk about Savage Legion, not much. So here we go. We have a main character who is infiltrating the Savage Legion in order to find the love of her life. And she goes on the behest of his current wife. The guy that she is chasing. Anyway, so I got a phone call from my husband in the middle of trying to record this video. The guy that she is chasing has discovered what the Savage Legion actually is, how it's being utilized, how it's being hidden from their country. So this is really heavily political. You guys know I love a political story. This is plot driven, even though we bounce back and forth between multiple characters and we get a lot of really great character moments. I don't think that there's a lot of growth taking place in this book. I can see it coming though. I can definitely see how our characters will grow, their roles will shift, things like that, because one of the characters that we are following is the wife that sent her to find her husband, and she is embroiled in the nobility of this nation. And nobility is a very weird word to use because they don't really have nobility anymore. But it's kind of one of those things where you've got to read and find out if that's going to be the type of book that you like, because it's set up very oddly and I can see why it would be confusing to people. However, since I have finished this book, I've talked to quite a few people who have really, really enjoyed this trilogy. So I'm very excited to continue. I already have these ready to be purchased on my Amazon, the next two, because I'm down. I'm ready for the rest. I also have them ready to be downloaded on Scribd, should that need arise. Now, let's get back to The Wolf. I'm loving this, guys. Here's my thing, though. So I knew going into this that this was likely not going to be a plot-driven book because who likes it? And I was correct. It is not plot-driven. However, there is a lot of action, a lot of political intrigue. The characters are really great to follow, and a lot of them are quite morally gray. And I'm really enjoying the Northern King. What is his name? The Black King. I cannot think of his name right now. But names often elude me, so that's not because I don't like this character as much as I'm saying I am. I'm ready to get on with the rest of this series too. I'm almost finished with it. I'm on part 3, and this is a little deceiving because this is the end of the book. Like this, all of this is extra. So the end of the book is right here, and I'm not going to turn that page because I don't want to accidentally spoil myself. But I do think this story is great. As far as characters go, 5 stars. As far as intrigue goes, 5 stars. As far as writing goes, 5 stars. The prose in this is excellent. I think I mentioned that that was one of the reasons I was really excited about this. It is dense, and that's why it's taking me a little while to get through it. Also, with a lot of the stuff going on in the world right now, I had a little bit of a moment yesterday where I just needed a mental break, needed to sit down and play my game and kind of not really ignore everything going on, but pull myself away from everything that was going on. But I can definitely see this coming in at a 5 star. But the thing that I'm going to say that cannot be a 5 star is plot, because the plot in here is a little hazy. Now, I do think that we get a lot of great action, like I said, a lot of political intrigue, a lot of things driving the story that I don't think necessarily lend themselves to being part of the plot, but definitely to the writing style of Leo Carew. And it works. It works. I have a lot of the same feelings about this that I did The Pariah and The Martyr by Anthony Ryan. You guys know I still loved that series, even though a lot of it, there was not plot to be followed. There was just these characters that you get invested in and the war going on. And if anything, the plot of this is war. That's all I can tell you so far. But yes, I already have book 2 and 3 of this series, so there's a good chance that I will finish out my year reading this and this. So not that those are the only ones I'm going to read, because you guys know I can read up to 15 books a month, but definitely going to be adding these to the list. Now, that does mean that we need to roll so that we can figure out what my next read is going to be. Okay, these all got mixed up. One was turned over, but I have no idea where it ended up in the pile, so it's kind of where we are right now. Okay. So the last place we left off is There's Nothing I Do Better Than Revenge. Here we are. Let's roll. 4. Can you guys see that? Maybe not. It says 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Highest rated book on my TBR. All right. Now, as far as this goes, I'm going to have to kind of fudge the rules a little bit, because highest rated book on my TBR has to be something I own physically. I'm not going to go buy another book. So let's figure out what that will be. Okay, easy enough, and one that I'm completely excited for. The highest rated book that I own currently is Those Once Forgotten, and I own this on audio. So if you guys don't know, in SPSFC, I fell in love with Those Left Behind. And so whenever the audio for the next book came out, NC was nice enough to send me an audio code for the second book, and I've been dying to get to this. It's actually in my chance cards, so I was crossing my fingers hoping to get it in the first place. But that will be my next read and the start of our next vlog. And if you guys would like to connect with me in any other way, I have all of my links in the Linktree link down below. And I'm very excited, guys. I'm very excited for the books that I'm currently reading and for NC's book as well. Bye.